One note I wanted to make about refactoring is it's not something that you do once and then you're done. It's a maintenance tool. So you use it, and it's typically used when you have a piece of code, and it might even be code that you wrote a while ago and you just don't remember what you did or why you did things a certain way, and you want to just go in and make it clearer. And actually, I'm just looking at this, and it's easy to get obsessed with this stuff. I have to pull myself away from doing too much refactoring sometimes. But remember, what we did was, if when we're clicking along here, this last click, when we click inside this rectangle here, each time we click, right, we're adding another vertex, except when we click the last rectangle. And when we do that, we, instead of adding a new vertex, we draw from here back to the first vertex. Okay, so that's what was going on here. We were saying, if ready, grab the first vertex and draw from where you were. Instead of drawing to where you last clicked, draw back to that first vertex to make the polygon close exactly. Okay, but looking at this, actually I think a clearer way to do this would be if we said, okay, because I did write in here, I did call this method add vertex, right? So we go through, we grab up the clicked point, put it in logical coordinates, we go, and if it's in bounds, then we add the vertex. Well, it occurred to me what we could do is right here, right, just add the original vertex back. It's it's adding a little bit of space, because then we have the same vertex twice in our list, but it's not a huge deal. And again, you want to always consider that for your applications. For this application, it's not a huge deal. And then this way, we don't need to worry about the extra thing. We can put our declaration back inside the loop here. Get rid of this. Okay, and now I think this really does make it clearer what's going on, because now you see we're saying if we're in bounds, add a vertex, and the way we add a vertex is if we're inside the tiny triangle, then we add the vertex that we used. We add the x and y coordinates that we used when we first made that tiny triangle. Otherwise, we just add whatever point we're going to add. Okay, and then to draw it, we just loop through and draw from A to B each time. Okay, so I think that's a lot clearer. But again, when you're in practice in the field, you only need to do refactoring until it's clear to you, how you want to make your changes. And then so for example, in the course of our refactoring, we made this anonymous class bigger, and that happens as you're programming. You add things, and so now this has got bigger. So if I was going to do more work on this, I might pull this out and make this an inner class or something. But so just to give you the idea that we did a really extensive refactoring for this, mainly because I just wanted you guys to have a really good picture of what's going on, and also to see the value of refactoring, that you can make your code a lot clearer and a lot easier to understand, and a lot easier for other people to understand, because typically you're going to be using other people's code and be sharing your code with other people, and you're a lot more fun to work with if people can understand what you're doing. So yeah, so that's it on refactoring, and I think we have a pretty good idea now of what's going on with DefPoly.